Chief Meteorologist Rich Werdzik was at Rehoboth Bay by the Pocomoke River during this afternoon's high tide cycle, showing some of those elevated waters where it looks like most of our gauges that I saw reported just at minor flood stage, and you could clearly see some of those elevated water levels. We'll probably have one more round of tidal flooding for the high tide cycle that occurs after midnight tonight. For areas like Dorchester County, Wycomico County, and Somerset County, we've got another coastal flood advisory in effect until 7 a.m. on Monday. Afterwards, water levels should begin to recede, and we really shouldn't see any more tidal flooding issues as we go forward through the rest of this week. It has been a nice one today, though. Check out these temperatures: 78 degrees with Bob and Diane in Smyrna, 78 degrees with Chucky and Lewis. It's 76 degrees with Ted in Millsboro, 77 with Joe in Bishopville. And Curtis and Mary in Ocean Pines are reporting a lovely temperature of 76 degrees. All of our weather watchers saying it's been an absolutely beautiful day out there. So right now we're kind of sandwiched in between two areas of rain, one off the coast with a wave of low pressure. And we got some showers, few downpours, and even some rumbles of thunder crossing through Virginia. But these should tend to weaken as they cross towards the east, because there's a little bit more of a stable air mass over the peninsula, so not really concerned about this. But as this cold front slides on through tomorrow, there will be about, I'd say, a 10 to 20% chance of a passing rain shower in your backyard anytime tonight into tomorrow. But that's really not going to be the story, because the chance is so low. It's really the cooler and drier air that filters in behind this cold front, and for the rest of the week, we are looking at below average temperatures. In terms of the humidity ahead of the front, it's going to be noticeably stickier for tomorrow morning. This is at 9 a.m. Dew points at around 70 degrees, but the humidity and the dew points will be dropping through the course of the afternoon. The cold front should be slicing the peninsula right around lunchtime, so 50s for dew points into the evening hours, and by dinner time, most of us have dew points in the 50s, and by the overnight hours into early Tuesday morning, very dry air and a very comfortable feel out there as we talk about the rest of the week. So dew points really not going to be much of a story for the rest of the week, because they're going to be so low and downright comfortable out there. So a slight chance for a passing rain shower tonight, otherwise just partly cloudy skies out there. And then as the cold front is slicing through the peninsula, because it's interacting with a fairly humid air mass, there's a non-zero chance for a passing rain shower. You'll see on this depiction of Futurecast shows a pop-up shower forming just east of the coastline. So I'd say the further east you go later in the afternoon, the better chance you have for a passing rain shower. Other than that, pretty much 90% of the day, I'd say it's going to be dry with mostly sunny skies out there. Then afterwards, it's all about that cooler air coming in from Canada, a big trough developing along the east coast of the United States. So we're talking about some below average temperatures that could be continuing even into the Labor Day weekend, with a signal for below average temperatures once again continuing into the beginning of September as well. So if you don't like intense heat and humidity, this is the pattern for you, certainly. Tonight we'll drop into the 60s with partly cloudy skies, and there could be a few areas of patchy fog developing later in the overnight and the chance for a passing shower. Marine forecast is looking good, but there's still going to be a high risk for rip currents tomorrow, so dangerous swimming conditions will be in place once again. But it will be a nice day overall with mostly sunny skies, generally with temperatures in the lower to mid 80s. And then we're dropping into the upper 70s by the end of the week. 53 for a low Thursday morning. Could see a few upper 40s as well. And temperatures remain very comfortable going into this following weekend. Upper 70s for highs and lows in the 50s.